You're listening to Calm Living Blueprint Revisited, Reflections from the Path with Dr. Candice Esposito. Welcome to the first episode of the Calm Living Blueprint podcast. Thank you for joining me and taking the time to listen. My name is Candice Esposito, and I will be your humble host. That was me more than 10 years ago. Back then, I thought calm was something you achieve through effort, something you earned by managing thoughts, regulating breath, keeping everything steady. Today, calm feels more like what remains when I stop trying to manage anything at all. And it's not stillness through control. It's stillness through truth. So welcome back, not just to an old podcast, but to the person who once made it. This series, Calm Living Blueprint Revisited, is about returning to those early teachings with clearer eyes. It's a conversation between who I was and who I am now. Life is a daring adventure, or nothing. I opened the very first episode with that Helen Keller quote. It still rings true, though now I hear it differently. Back then, I wanted life to be the opposite of fear. I wanted to help people feel safe enough to live. I saw anxiety as an enemy and safety as the prize. I can smile at that now. I understand why I saw it that way. When the body is in survival mode, safety does feel like salvation. But the deeper truth is that the search for safety was the fear. When we build our lives around avoiding discomfort, we end up avoiding aliveness. The nervous system longs for safety, yes, but the soul longs for truth. Healing is what happens when those two meet. Do you want to grow, to explore, to develop your full potential? Are you curious about what you'll discover? Are you willing to make room for the discomfort and anxiety that may come up? If you answered yes, then I say to you, let's do this. That was my younger voice trying to sound brave. What I meant underneath it was, I hope we all learn to stop shrinking from life. Now I see that adventure isn't about forcing ourselves into new experiences. It's about allowing life to move through us without resistance. The adventure isn't jumping out of planes or speaking to crowds. It's noticing what rises inside you when you speak the truth and letting that energy move instead of tightening around it. Back then, I taught face your fears. Today, I teach feel what's underneath them. It's the same doorway, but now the handle is on the inside. When I created the Calm Living Blueprint, the blueprint felt external, a plan you could follow. Now I understand that calm isn't something you build. It's something you remember. Blueprints belong to architects. Life is not a structure. It's more like a current. And currents can't be mastered, only entered. That's what the path later became, the lived experience of that current. What I once called social anxiety, I now call the energy of becoming, the trembling, the heat, the racing heart, all signs of life trying to open. When you stop labeling it wrong, it starts to guide you home. Let's pause together. Close your eyes or soften them. Notice one place in your body where life is moving. Maybe a pulse in your throat, a flutter in your belly, a tightness across your chest. Don't fix it. Just feel the movement. Breathe into it without trying to change it. Let the breath widen around the sensation until it has space. Space to exist, to speak, to soften in its own time. That's calm. Not the calm that comes from controlling the weather, the calm of being the sky. When I listen back to that younger version of myself, I don't hear someone who was wrong. I hear someone who is still searching for language, trying to explain what her body already knew. She wanted peace. She didn't yet know that peace isn't found through mastery. It's found through intimacy with whatever is here. So, this is where we begin again. Not with a new method, but with a new understanding of the old one. Keep calm and carry on. I used to close every episode with that line. Today, I'll add just one more sentence. Keep calm, not by carrying on, but rather by allowing life to carry you. Thank you for listening to this first chapter of Calm Living Blueprint Revisited. Next time, we'll return to episode 2, Are You Playing by the Wrong Rules? And look at what happens when the mind tries to run the soul. I'm Dr. Candice Esposito, and this is still the same adventure, just a wider one.